Hello friends, welcome to part 46 of Laravel 12 multi-banner e-commerce series. So we will continue working on the brands module, and in this part we're going to display the brands in the admin panel along with the active, inactive and delete functionality. And also we're going to work on the roles and permission for the brands. So let's start. First, we are going to define the resource route. So this resource route will help us to create all the other resource routes for the standard routes for index, create, store, show, edit, update, and destroy. Okay, so for the complete CRUD functionality, we are going to create just one route. We are required to create just one route, and that is the resource route. Okay, so this route we are going to add in our web.php file, like we have earlier added the source route for the category as well as the product module. Okay, here you can see the source route for the categories, and these routes are the additional routes that does not come under the categories. Okay, but here you can see that for the products also we have done the source route, and these are the additional routes. Okay, and now we are going to add the resource route for the brand as well. Okay, so I'm going to add this resource route here after this one. Here I'm going to add resource route for the brand as well. So after this, we are only required to create the just two more routes, one for the delete and one for the updating the status of the brand. And also not for the delete. I don't think that delete category route is required, because that also comes in the resource route. Okay, only update status route is required. Okay, so that we will add later on. So in our next step, we are going to create the brand service, like we have created earlier the category service, product service. Now we are going to create the brand service in our product folder. I'm going to open the product folder here. D, XAM, HDocs, personal, ecom 12, and here app, services, and here you can see the admin. Under admin, we have the admin service, category service, product service, and now we are going to add the brand service. I'm going to edit brand service like this. So this brand service will contain all the logics of the brand, all the methods, all the logics that the brand means the complete CRUD functionality is the part of this brand service. Okay, we will keep our models empty and we're going to add all the functionality in the services that makes the task standard, Laravel task standard. Okay, so I'm going to open this service here as well. Okay, so let's move to the first step. Right now we are not going to do anything, but we are going to inject this brand service into the brand controller. Okay, so I'm going to open the brand controller, and here we are going to inject the brand service. I'm going to include the brand service at the top, and we'll declare the brand service as protected. And after that, we are going to create the construct function in which we are going to inject the brand service, so that we can able to use this brand service in any of the function, easily call this brand service into any of the function. Okay, so we are just required to use the constructor function for the brand to inject the brand service into it. Okay, so after this, we are going to create the brands method in brand service. Okay, so now we are going to use the brand service, and here we are going to add this code. And here you can see that we have used the namespace. It's the brand service that comes under the admin folder, and here we can align it. Okay, and now here you can see, I'm going to check. Okay, so we have included the brand model, admin's role model for the roles and permission, and auth we have included. So this is the brand function to display all the brands. And here you can see that we have get all the brands from the brands table. Okay, and after this we have worked on the roles and permission, and here you can see that the admin will have the full access of the brand. Here you can see the admin is going to have the full access for the brand, and for the subadmin we are going to check in the admin's roles table to the specific permission that is assigned to the subadmin. We are going to check the subadmin ID as well as the brands module for that, and whatever the permission we have got from there, and that permission we are going to return to the brands blade file. Okay, so we are going to return those permission to the brands blade file. So here you can see the brands module will carry all the permissions that the subadmin will have, and according to those permissions we are going to update the brands blade file. Okay, so in our next step we are going to call this brands function in the index function of the brand controller that we have created automatically when we create the resource controller. So we are going to replace this one so that we can able to call that brand service. Okay, once again we able to call that brand service. We have called that brands function from the brand service, and brand service we have already injected earlier. If some error comes, then we are going to return the error message to the dashboard. Okay, like if the subadmin is not authorized to use the brands module, then we are going to return the error message. And if the subadmin is authorized, then we are going to return the brands array as well as the brands module. Okay, brands module for the permissions for the brands, and brands is to display the brands in the enemy panel. Okay, so after this we are going to create this index blade file in the brands. Okay, in the brands folder. So I'm going to open here econ 12 resources views admin. Okay, like we have created the categories folder, layouts, products, subadmin, and now we are going to create here the brands folder, and inside brands we are going to create new file index.blade.php file to display the brand. So we are going to copy from the categories blade file, so it will save our time. We will get the admin design. I'm going to copy from here and we'll insert here. So here I'm going to do like the categories. I'm going to replace. Going to replace the categories with brands. Okay, so it will save our time like everywhere. Get done. So now we are going to make rest of the changes here in brand. We are going to show the ID, name, brand is not there, URL created on. Okay, so this one we are going to delete. Okay, so here you can see the add brand will come. Add brand, if the permission is edit over full for the brand module, then only we are going to show the add brand. And here you can see here the status for the brand. We are going to display only if there is the edit and full status, then only the admin or subadmin can able to update the brand status. Okay, and also you can see the full and delete. See for the delete access, the admin or subadmin will have the full access. Only then he can able to delete that brand. Okay, uh, so for the edit also there is the edit. For the edit also the admin must have the edit and full access. Okay, so it is missing here, so I'm going to add it as well like this. And I think it is missing from the categories as well, and I need to add this permission for the categories. Like for the edit also the it must be having this permission. Okay, so see here now it's fine, and we are going to check here that we can able to display the brands here or not. Okay, so here you can see the target class brand controller does not exist, so we are required to add here the brand controller at the top of the routes. Okay, so like we have added the category controller, product controller, and now we are going to add here the brand controller. Okay, so brand controller, going to add to paste once again, and here the session is required in the brand controller, so we are going to add here the session. see now we can able to see the brands here in the catalog management. Inside catalog management, we can see the brands here. Okay, so see data table. We are going to initiate the data table for the brands. Okay, so in our next step also we have initiated the initialize the brands that data table for the brands. Okay, so that for that we are going to open here the script spread file, and here you can see that we have initialized uh, for the categories as well. Okay, so see these things also we are going to add, but we are going to add very soon. But right now we can simply initialize like this the table for the brands in a simple way, okay, without doing any much code. But later on we are going to add the reorder for the brands and as well as we are going to add the brand visible functionality like the columns, like every subadmin will can able to manage his columns. Okay, so that thing we are going to do later, but right now we are just going to add the data table in a simple way. Here you can see the search option has come, the pagination has come, and the view you can see it's better now. Okay, so now we are going to work on the active, inactive, and the delete functionality for the brand, and the same you can see in the next part. Okay, toggle brand status, active, inactive, and the delete brand functionality. So for the toggle, we have already, you can see that we have added this icon, active, inactive toggle icon. Okay, and we are going to add this update brand status, this jQuery code in that scripts.blade.php file. Okay, so see custom.blade.php file. I'm going to open the custom.js, and here you can see like we have added the update product status. Okay, update attribute status, and now we can add here update brand status. Okay, here we are going to send the brand ID as well as the status. Okay, and also we are going to create here the, like I have mentioned earlier, that we are going to create this update brand status as it does not come under the source controller. Okay, so we are required to manually create the update brand status route. Okay, so we are going to create this route, and update brand status we are going to create inside brand controller. Okay, so now we are going to add the deletion functionality. Okay, so this one is done, and now we are going to check it once. See, we are going to add now the update brand status in the brand service to finally update the status of the brand. This function we are going to add in brand service, and now we are going to check whether it is working fine or not. See, I'm going to make the brands inactive. And you can see I can able to make the brands inactive instantly without the refresh of the page. Okay, so you can see I can make them active as well as I can make them inactive without the refresh of the page. Okay, so it's working fine. And now we are going to work on the brand deletion functionality, and we are going to add this form action brands.destroy. Okay, in our brands.blade.php file, index.blade.php file. Okay, and here you can see as we have copied from the categories module, so it's already done here. Okay, we have added here the form for deleting the brand, and in that form we have called that delete method. Okay, and confirm delete class, that is the common jQuery function. We have the common jQuery function here to delete the brand. Okay, so this one just we are required to send the module and module ID. In module the brand will come, and in module ID that brand ID will come. Okay, so the same we are going to send in our the resource route, that will also contain the delete route for the brand, and it will come here the destroy function. So only the destroy function we are required to update. So I'm going to copy this one, the destroy function. I'm going to modify. okay, in which we have called once again the delete brand function. The actual logic is in the brand service, and just this function we are going to create in the brand service, and that will actually contain the logic of deleting the brand, the query of deleting the brand. Okay, here we can simply delete the brand. Okay, and we'll return the success message that brand deleted successfully. So let's see that we enable to delete the brand or not. I'm going to click delete on this Peter England. Are you sure you won't be able to revert this? Yes, delete it. So here you can see that we able to delete the brand successfully. Okay. So like this, we can able to delete the brands in few minutes in instantly without the refresh of the page. And now we able to see in this part, we able to show the brands in the admin panel. We able to work on this active inactive status for the brand, and also we have done the delete functionality, and also we able to add the roles and permissions for the brands as well. In the next part, we are going to work on the add edit delete functionality for the brand. So please stay tuned for that. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.